Well, we made it to Punta Chivato. It took us 10 hours to go 30 miles. We averaged about 3 knots. The beginning of the sail, we did about 1.5 knots, I think, for about half of it. And then towards the end, the wind finally showed up, and we were making 5-6 knots. It was great. Great little sail coming in. Managed to get through the reefs, went through this little cut. Wasn't that bad. It was pretty easy to do. Now that we've done it once, I would do it during the night. There is some land out there you can't really see. I don't think the lighthouses are working on it. I think maybe one of the two are. But we're all rested up. We've come to shore. There seems to be a common theme in Mexico, at least Baja side, of abandoned resorts. And this place is amazing. What was it called?
Posada de Flores, I think. It's in the stonework everywhere, so I could go double check, make sure. Posada? Posada?
Posada de Flores.
But it's gorgeous. It's a rustic, rambling style hotel. I mean, it looks like it had everything that you could ever want. Swimming pool, bar, reception areas, private rooms, single rooms, double rooms, all big beds and beautiful rock work, beautiful doors with copper in them, copper sinks, just really intricate.
This was definitely a high-end resort. And from what we've understood from another cruiser is that it was abandoned in 2014. It is up for sale, but you can just tell one day this thing would have been amazing. I mean,
John Wayne used to come here.
We did hear John Wayne. Yeah, we did hear that John Wayne used to come here all the time. It was one of his favorite places. That needs fact check. Don't go repeating that to anybody to say we told you, because we haven't looked that up either.
We haven't either.
It's just a rumor we heard.
If you were to sit here with a beautiful resort behind you and look out at the sea, the calmness, sit here and watch the birds,
it's
you can
beautiful.
see why someone might say it's their favorite place on earth.
Yeah, all these cool archways and the stonework, cool bars, just there's all these cool stone pathways. Just, man, it's a shame. This place is amazing. It's gorgeous here, and
when you walk through something like this, it definitely gets you thinking, like, what can I do with this?
Yeah, do I have millions of dollars?
Why did this not make it? Because it is just the perfect spot for a resort or for a home or for an island getaway. It's just gorgeous.
If I had millions of dollars, man, this might be the spot I could sit for a while. Beautiful scenery, friendly people, amazing buildings.
Possibly.
Possibly. We're gonna continue exploring this little place. Check out the beach a little bit. There's supposed to be a great beach for shelling here as well.
It's way over there.
Yeah, way over there. It may not happen today. But this has been one of the coolest old abandoned resorts we've explored. It's so sad it's not still in business. It would have been cool to see this in its heyday.
I got a lot of photos.
We just left Punta Chivato. We're on our way to Punta Domingo. It's about 10 miles across the sea. Beautiful 10 knots of wind maybe. We're making 4.5. All 3 sails are flying. Love it.
It's not quite balanced, but almost. We might stay on this tack all the way to our anchor spot. That'd be kind of cool.
Okay, you can steer. I know you're gonna lose momentum quickly. Still moving, so.
Yeah. Do you want me to go up a little bit? Or just straight ahead?
Straight ahead, and then we'll just anchor right on his butt. Yeah.
Okay. 13.
We are enjoying our little hike here in El Burro Bay. It's not a very well marked trail, but that's pretty typical for around this area. We have yet to find the petroglyphs. We've yet to find any ringing rocks. I did bring a hammer. Been pounding on a few of them. Not enough iron in them. We're hoping to see some. They're pretty cool. We've seen them before in Montana, by Butte, Montana. There's a big pile of ringing rocks. You hit with the hammer and it sounds like a bunch of bells. But so far, no joy for us. But the view is amazing.
We found the ringing rocks. I know I'd be faster hiking if I'd wear shoes. Who wants to wear shoes?
Shoes are lame. Hey.
What can I say, man?
I have shoes.
What happened to you?
Oh,
Oh, see? Look.
I think I screwed.
Look. That's why you wear shoes.
Nah. The same thing could have happened to you on your shin or your calf.
Yeah.
No petroglyphs. Just people carving their own names in the rocks. Oh well.
Is that one right there?
Yeah.
That's the one. That's like.
I don't know why you guys made me hike clear up that mountain looking for petroglyphs when they're right by the highway.
It was a trick. My kung fu.
Oh, there's more over there.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Dude, they're everywhere.
We were here for the hike.
I think the kids are going around.
Good, bless you. Oh,
Oh, the modern child is not this creative. If it was a bunch of hearts and initials.
Sure. Sure, but you're not. There's another cockroach thing.
Now that I believe. Yesterday when we were running our water maker, we realized that the production was pretty low on it. So after some diagnosing, we realized that we were probably putting out half of what we normally do. So today we are going to be spending most of the morning checking out the water maker. Of all things, the two systems we thought were bulletproof, the motor and the water maker, both have given us trouble. So today we're working on the water maker and making sure, or figuring out what's wrong with it. Sam has gotten himself wedged into the small spaces of Hiraya.
Can you start the pump, please?
Yep.
Well, I'm not sure what's going on. I've bled air out of it. I've changed the filters. It's not making any water right now. There's a little bit of air bubbles through the flow meter. I'm gonna check all my fittings again and make sure there's no air going in the system and see what happens to this thing. It's making a funny noise back in there. I don't know what it is.
Looks like it might be broken, or might need a little bit more help getting it fixed than what we can do. So we'll just continue looking at it, do a little bit more research as we always do, and see if it's something we can't repair. Just another day in the life of a cruiser, or at least us.
Water maker is currently putting out 2 gallons an hour instead of 5. But we're getting ready to leave where we're at. Our friends on Jackdaw brought us 7 gallons of water, actually. Very kind of them, out of their water maker. But we are filling up every bottle we have, every little container we have, just in case this thing completely craps out on us in the next couple days.
Save the water! Save the water! We haven't conserved water on Hiraya as much as we possibly can. Sad to say. We do conserve because we have such a small water tank, but there's a lot of things that we can do to make this tank last us a lot longer. So especially now where we won't be able to fill up again until we get to another water source, we will be in super conserving mode. So that means anything that we can do without fresh water first, we can. So washing our dishes in salt water with a nice little rinse afterwards, maybe cutting down on some of our freshwater rinses that we've had. Not gonna hurt us at all. Bathing in salt water is gonna be our biggest one, especially now that it's cold, but we'll get it. We'll figure it out.
This is where we stand with the water maker. I messed with it all day. I hooked up our little Honda generator to make sure it was getting, 13.2 volts. Batteries are full. We got it to start making 2.2 gallons an hour. It's supposed to make 5. We did get the parts per million down to 435, I think, which is good, because earlier today it was sitting around 800, which is, I don't believe is very safe to drink, so we weren't gonna put it in our tank. So basically we have to run this thing all day long just to get a little bit of fresh water back in our tank. This is a Spectra Ventura 150. It's a year old. Well, it's 2 years old, but it's only been in service for a year. And something has happened to, I believe, the Clark pump. One side's making 4 to 4.5 gallons an hour. The other side is making 2. Pressures are good. The feed pump's solid. I did all the tests, all the diagnostics. I'm waiting on a phone call back from the guy I bought it from. It's a guy out in Florida. I've heard good things about this guy for his customer service, which is why I bought it from him. We'll see what happens. The saga continues.